Every AI agent demo is a magic trick. The vendor shows you a clean flow. A question goes in, a perfect answer comes out, the audience nods, and somewhere a budget gets approved. What the demo never shows you is the bill, not the sticker price on the contract. The real cost of ownership, the part that arrives quietly over the following year and decides whether this thing was an asset or a liability. I run AI workflow audits for a living, so I read these invoices for a living too. Here are 8 hidden costs of AI agents the demo never shows you, and how to spot them before they spot you. Number 1, the integration tax. In the demo, every system the agent touches responds instantly and perfectly, because the demo is wired to mock data. Production is not. Production is rate limits, latency, half-documented APIs, and 20 years of legacy technical debt the agent has to negotiate with on every single call. The agent that looked decisive on stage starts stalling, retrying, and timing out the moment it meets a real stack. That gap between the mock demo and the messy reality is where most of the first year of engineering hours quietly disappears. Number 2, the token bill that scales with your success. Vendors love to quote you a per interaction price from a simple setup, but a real agent reasons in loops, calls tools, and rereads context, and each of those steps is metered. Industry estimates now put a single orchestrated agent interaction near $1.20, roughly 30 times the cost of the simple systems from a few years ago. 73% of enterprises say their AI costs came in over projection. One large company reportedly burned through its entire annual AI budget by April. The cruel part is that the bill grows precisely when adoption goes well. Here's where I should be honest about what I am doing. What you are watching is the standalone. I run AI workflow audits using an impact by risk lens, and this teardown is the lens in public. When a client hands me an AI stack, this is exactly the pass I make over it. Cost by cost, failure mode by failure mode. The details are at the standalone.ai. No urgency, no transformation promises, just the audit. Now back to the list, because the next 6 are where the real money hides. Number 3, the observability you did not budget for. You cannot manage what you cannot see, and a fleet of agents making thousands of model calls is a black box by default. To run it responsibly, you need token level tracing on every call, every retrieval, and every tool invocation, which means new monitoring tooling and the people to watch it. This is a standing operational cost, not a one-time setup. Skip it, and you do not find out the agent is looping or leaking money until the invoice tells you, which is the most expensive way to learn anything. Number 4, the guardrail and evaluation engineering. The demo agent is on its best behavior. The production agent meets inputs, nobody scripted, and without constant testing, it drifts. Real deployments need an evaluation suite, regression checks that run every time you change a prompt or swap a model, and guardrails that catch bad outputs before a customer does. That is an ongoing engineering discipline with a salary attached. Vendors rarely mention it because admitting the agent needs a permanent test harness undercuts the story that it just works. Number 5, the human in the loop you were told you could remove. The pitch is full autonomy. The reality, in any process with real consequences, is supervised autonomy. Someone has to review the edge cases, approve the high-stakes actions, and catch the confident mistakes. If that review workflow is not designed and staffed, one of 2 things happens. Either the humans rubber stamp everything and the oversight is theater, or the queue backs up and the agent is effectively unsupervised. Both outcomes cost you. The honest version of this technology is cheaper labor, not no labor. Number 6, the security hardening. An AI agent with access to your tools and data is a new and very inviting attack surface. Prompt injection sits at the top of the known risk lists for a reason. An agent that reads untrusted text can be talked into actions you never authorized, and an over-permissioned agent turns a small breach into a large one. Roughly a third of companies that pulled their agents back cited customer data exposure as the trigger. Hardening this is real security work with real specialists, and it does not appear anywhere in a demo. Number 7, the compliance and audit trail. In a regulated process, it is not enough for the agent to be right. You have to be able to prove why it did what it did months later to someone who is not impressed by the technology. That means logging every decision, retaining the context, and building attestation procedures that satisfy an auditor. This work produces nothing a customer ever sees, which is exactly why it gets left out of the budget and discovered during the first incident or the first audit, when it is most expensive to build in a hurry. Number 8, the cost of ripping it back out. This is the one nobody prices in, and it is the largest. Near 3/4 of enterprises that deployed customer-facing AI agents have rolled at least one back. Here's the detail that should stop you. The rollback rate among organizations with the most mature governance frameworks is higher, not lower, because disciplined teams actually detect the failures the casual teams never notice. A rollback is not free. It is the migration back, the customers you re-earn, and the credibility you spend explaining the reversal. You paid to build it, you paid to run it, and now you pay to remove it. So here is the audit verdict. None of these 8 costs are reasons to never use an AI agent. They're the reasons to refuse the demo as your business case. Before you sign, price the integration tax, the metered token loops, the observability, the evaluations, the human reviewers, the security hardening, the audit trail, and yes, the eventual exit. If the agent still clears the bar with all 8 on the invoice, build it with confidence. If it only works when 7 of them are invisible, you were not sold an agent, you were sold the demo. The difference between those two is the whole job, and doing that job in the open is what the standalone is. Run the real numbers, not the magic trick.